Hello. When you hop on, say hi. My hair wants to stick out there. Chilly in here. I brought a little heater out here. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. And give it another couple seconds and we're going to get started for Scrapbooking Wednesday. Everybody survived the snowstorm? Thank you for liking it. All right, I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to get started. 12 by 12 winter scene scrapbook page today. Real red, 12 by 12. This is from the Delivery Express, I think it's called. Oh, really? 14? I'm going to say we had maybe about 8 here in York, Pennsylvania. But I'm using this side and we're going to layer that on my real red. But before I do that, I'm going to add my embellishments and stuff, and then we're going to add that last. I'm using Snowflake Kisses. I'm using these snowflakes right here, not those, these right here. And then I'm using the Christmas greenery. I'm using this die and that die. This is on last chance. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. I didn't look today. But the stamp set itself is $18 if it's still there. Okay, so you will need, this is from the same paper pack, the Christmas delivery or special delivery or something. But this is 1 inch by 11. And we're going to lay that up there. I chose this one because it goes with my real red 12 by 12 that we're going to put it on. So we're going to, before we lay these down, get the rest of my stuff out here. We are going to take these 2 leaves here, put them together, and we're going to put them up here under that border. It's going to go like that. I didn't want too much of it hanging out, but I wanted some. So we're going to glue these down and then cut those off before I lay down the others. So let me get my glue. And this is Mossy Meadow. I should have done the end. I'm going to cut that off. And Old Olive is what I'm using up here. Cut a bunch out in different colored greens. Deb. And if you didn't want to use glue, you could use our adhesive sheets. Just gonna put that like that. And get my snips. And we're gonna cut that off. Like so. And then I'm gonna lay our one strip down. And like I said, this is 1 inch by 11. This is 11 by 11. I forgot to tell you that. Okay. And I think I need to trim this just a hair. Okay. And then we're going to lay our other strip down here on the bottom. So you would need 2 1 by 11 strip, top and bottom. Okay. All right. Then we're going to bring in our greenery. You'll need your picture mat. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 1/8. And this is 4 by 5. That will get just laid right up top with a skinny border around. So I'm going to put that down a while. Put it together, I should say. Just even it up like so. Okay, so we're going to set this aside because we're going to lay this down last. Okay, our greenery. I just use garden green and old olive for the bottom. And I did 2 of each. 2 green olive and 2 garden green. And then these are garden green. One's going to go like that. One's going to go like that. Push it together. Now when these are cut out, they are both this way, okay? I'm flipping this one over. You don't see a lot of the detail on the back side, but I want this to stick out a little. Like so. Okay, we can move that one up a little so you can see those. So we're going to lay this one down a while. Like that. And we're going to just run glue down the center of the long ones. One's going to go up like that. And then this one is going to be on the right side. And that's gonna go right like that. Then we're gonna work on this side. This one's gonna be going up. Okay. And then I flipped the green one down again because I want it to go this way. And then the old olive up that way. Okay. Oops. Put that up there. Put a strip down the center there. Put that one up like that. And this one like that. Okay. Now you're wondering why I did that. So there's a gap there. Well, I went ahead and made a snowman family using punches. I dug my retired ones out so I could have smaller ones. So here's Dad, here's Mom, and there's the baby. So Dad's going to go here. Mom's going to go alongside. And the baby will go in the middle. Like so. So we're going to glue him down. This is using the 2 3/8, the 2 1 3/4. Okay. This is using the 2 1 3/4. And we're going to glue both of those down. The hats, I took the same size, which is 1 3/4, and cut just half. Not, in fact, it was a little less than a half. This is a 1/2-inch circle punch we used to sell. The scarf, I just took and cut into the paper just a little bit, and then took my 2-inch circle and went and made the half the moon like on each of those. And then I just cut small strips to make the where the scarf would be. And Junior's going to be popped up. So let's get some dimensionals for him. I'm going to put more than what I would normally put on. And he's going to go right in the middle of Mom and Dad. Oops. Like so. So far, so good. Okay? Now, excuse me. I'm going to bring in the picture mat. That's going to go right there. And then I did the snowflakes and I mounted them on our adhesive sheets. So I have them here. And then I used the alphabet Alamode. And I used the adhesive sheet on real red. And I wrote, "Let it snow." Let me get them out here, because the snowflakes will be on last. Okay. So we're going to put let, L-E-T, P. And then it. Okay. And then we're going to put snow down here at the bottom, like so. Okay. So I'm going to put snow down first. Would you believe I just created this today? And then the L. I usually try to have them done ahead of time, but I just started watching TV, watching a show, and it was good, so I didn't want to stop watching it. But then I did because I had to come out here and do this. Okay, there's the snow. Now we're going to put let it. And then the next thing we're going to do, put our mat, glue that down, and then we're going to do the snowflakes. And then we're going to put it on our base. Gotta bring the E down if I can get it. I'm gonna just let it go. Ease up a little bit, but that's all right. This paper has dots on, so you can kind of figure where to just follow it along. That makes it good when you have lettering. You can kind of control it to make it even. Okay, there's let it snow. Let's put this down. And that's going to go right about there. Now we're going to add the snowflakes. So let me take the backing off. And we're going to put one up here. These papers, the adhesive sheets, I use them all the time. One there. Get this one. I hope they never get rid of him. And then this one. put over here. And that one's going to go down there. And I'm going to hang this off a little bit so that some of it will be on the red. Okay, then we have some small ones yet. Oops, that one tore. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to put one up here. And then we're going to put some of these little ones around. If I can get it off of these little ones. Sometimes they're hard to get off. One there. I'll put one there. One there. And then we have these little tiny ones. And if I have a hard time getting them off, I will use the glue. Let's put one over here. The eyes and everything I used a Sharpie and went over some of the pearls. That's how I got the black. I didn't have enough of the ones that we do carry. Yes, I did. Same here, Tina. I'm glad too. Oh, thanks, Shirley. Yep. I sat down today at my table and you got it right. What you see here. And let's put one up here. All right. So now let me get rid of these papers before I have them all on my floor. And then we're going to put that on the red. So let me turn this over. And we'll put some glue down on here. And we're going to center this on the red. Like so. Okay. Now that's going to get some more. I am going to use, these are, I know Last Chance. I don't know if they're still available, but I am going to just put some on. This is real red. And you got to have some a little bling. And one more. There. Just to give it a little bling. All right. That is my page for tonight. Now, if you wanted to do another page to add on to this, use the same. I didn't have two of these, or I probably would have done two of the blue. But you could do another page, same type of layout with these here. You can take and add more snowman on the other one. You can add more spaces for pictures. So I figured, you know what? I just did these. Oh, wow, Bonnie. Thanks, Shirley. Where are you at, Bonnie? You're welcome, Shirley. All right, guys. That's all I really have for you tonight. I will be back on Friday, hopefully. Not sure what I'll be doing, but not sure. So, um, oh, that's right. Okay. Australia. Guess it would be a heat wave there. All right, guys. I appreciate every one of you for joining me tonight. I will be back Friday at 8 o'clock. If something, anything changes, I will put a quick video on YouTube, and I will put a post on my business page on Facebook. Okay, so, but hopefully I can be back here on Friday at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me, guys. Have a nice evening, what's left of it, and I